Hello, welcome back to my DireWolf Feed the Beast mod pack tutorial series. So I've made a few changes to the quarry. So I've got 4 engines running through here, and it goes out here and goes to my barrels, and that's all well and good so far. But as you can see, I already have 110 full stacks of cobble, 43 stacks of dirt, and I actually took most of the dirt back inside. The barrel inside is full of dirt too. So I've got this chest going into this hopper, going into this electric furnace, which is making up oak wood. And then my chest is full of oak wood, and it looks like we're kind of out of power for that right now. So we're just going to pull the overclockers. I think it uses just ever so slightly more than 8 EUs per tick, because if it didn't, this would supply enough energy. So I think it uses just a little bit more, but that's okay. And it might just have been that it was dark last night. I left it running and didn't have enough power with no sun. But the idea is I'll put wood in here from my farm. I've used up most of the jungle wood I cut down, and this is oak wood now, so I've used up all the jungle wood, but it's got 5, almost 6 stacks of oak wood still. It's got a stack and a half of charcoal, and all of these are full right now, but it can use 4 stacks of charcoal pretty quickly for the quarry. So like I said, the quarry just goes faster when it has more power. So it's running pretty well. We've already got a few nice things out of it. Some more copper, which I really need more of. So that's all well and good. But now we got to find a way to deal with our excess dirt and cobblestone situation. So we're going to make a machine from Factorization called the Packager. I thought we might use the auto workbench, but when I was testing it out, it's really slow. And since all I want to do is make compressed cobblestone, the Factorization Packager is actually a much better solution. So the Packager will take in items, and it will either craft a 9x9 area, or failing that, if it doesn't find a recipe, it'll craft a 2x2 area. So it's actually pretty cheap to make a packager. It doesn't require any power. So the packager is cobblestone, iron, a piston, and a crafting table. So let's see here. Crafting table, piston, and packager. Okay, so I'm going to go figure out how to plug that up with my item ducts. It's a little bit particular about how it works with inventories, so let me go figure that out real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I've added another item duct to pull items out of the right side of this chest, and I have changed this side so it only does gravel and dirt. And so let me grab a few stacks of the cobble from over here. Here's a barrel that's going to hold our our compressed cobblestone, and here's the packager. And this side is set up with a pneumatic servo that exports cobblestone. I didn't forget to put it on the whitelist this time. So if I throw cobblestone in here, you can see cobblestone being taken out by the item duct, and it goes in here, comes in the packager, and makes compressed cobblestone. It works very quickly. And there we have it, a block of compressed cobblestone, which then goes down to this. So this will hold 64 stacks of this compressed cobblestone, and since it's actually 9 cobblestone for 1 compressed cobblestone, that's basically 64 times 9 stacks of cobblestone. So that's a lot, but I might upgrade it to either a double barrel, or maybe I'll add a second packager and do double compressed cobblestone, because we will probably fill this up when we get down lower. You can see we've got so much cobble already, and you can still see where the ground is. So we're not very far down. Now you can make your quarry smaller. I didn't want to make the quarry smaller right now because right now I'm looking for copper, and copper is found near the surface. So I'm doing a wide area where we can get the most copper on the surface. It'll still dig down eventually, and you know, that'll work, but for now I want to dig near the surface. So let's see here. I've got tons of charcoal in my chest, so let's turn that back on, and we should see it pushing things to our generators in a minute. Ah, there we go. Okay, a full stack over there. A full stack over there. So, anyway, this does work, and we're still making the charcoal with the furnace. The bat box is full again. I think I'll go put the overclockers back in, see if it can keep up this time. I think it might have just died because it had to work overnight. I think that's why it died, but we'll see. Because if it really uses just 3 EU per tick for the base, then multiply that by 1.6 to get the first overclocker, and multiply that by 1.6 to get the second overclocker. That's 7 point something. It's not even 8, so I mean it's really close, but we should be generating enough power to completely, you know, be fine with this, with 2 overclockers. But let's see here. Yeah, I mean it's pretty much staying there static. So I think I just used too much overnight, didn't have enough stored up, and it just, you know, there is a delay sometimes in transferring power, so the item ducts have a bit of a delay too, but you can see they're all running now. I'm running over here, so I will put the rest of this cobble over here to be compressed cobble, and I think I might add another packager to make compressed dirt. Gravel you're not going to run into as much. I might just use the double barrel that I was using for cobblestone for gravel, and you know, just put the gravel in there. I think we won't have that much gravel, but we're definitely going to have more dirt. There'll be more dirt at some level, and cobblestone's going to be just endless amounts of it. And you're probably wondering, well, why don't I use a void chest or a void pipe, one of the things that just destroys things? And I think that for either UU matter or AE stuff in the future, we're going to need tons of scrap material to supply it. And by tons, I mean like 100,000, maybe more. So I think we will eventually make use of this cobblestone. And thanks to extra utilities, we have a way to store it until we have a big enough AE system to store it normally. I'll probably still store it compressed because the AE system, you know, is still a bit expensive to construct large storage systems, so that's okay. And you can see the quarry runs really fast with 4 generators, so, you know, I could add a 5th one, saturate this pipe. I might do that. I've got about a full stack of copper now that I smelted up, so I should have a double stack of ingots, roughly. So, yeah. Oh, I wanted to mention one more thing about the quarry. You cannot use an item duct here. It's not compatible. I don't know why, but you put an item duct there, things just shoot out and they just fall. So we did have to use Buildcraft compatible pipes, or Buildcraft pipes, actual Buildcraft pipes for the quarry to get the items out. But once we go in here, should be fine. And since we're not putting the cobblestone and gravel and dirt in here, I think this should be fine for a while. This system should be pretty well sustained. Let's see how we're doing for... Okay, so 3 stacks of compressed cobblestone so far. Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna need to upgrade this too. I'll see how it goes. I'm gonna go off camera to build up a system for the dirt, and I'll come back when I've made that, show you how I'm gonna do it. I just wanted to show you the basics of the Factorization packager because it's really nice for this. Okay, be back in a flash. Okay, I'm back, and I made some adjustments to the setup. So I now have 2 double or larger jungle wood barrels, and this has double compressed cobblestone. So that's 81 cobblestone each, and we can store 128 stacks of that. So 128 times 81 is some big number. We'll see how well that does. This is compressed dirt. Again, a larger jungle wood barrel, so we can store 128 stacks of that. We've got 5 so far. I think that should do it for the dirt. I think we're okay on that. So you can see we have redstone torches over here to light this up. This does not have a pneumatic servo, so if I right click on it, there's no control. If there's no control, it's just a dumb servo or a dumb pipe. It pulls anything out, so I need a signal to pull it over there. But I was thinking about, I had them over here and here. I thought, I need one up here too. And I'm like, how am I going to place that? And then I remembered these all have pneumatic servos, so I can tell it to either use a low redstone signal or ignore the redstone signal. So right now, these are all set to low or disabled. So that is all working. If I change this to high, you can see it turn off. Low, it's on. Thermal expansion has really a great control system. I really love thermal expansion. So I've used some dirt covers, and they won't grow grass. They're dirt covers, not grass block covers. I don't have a silk touch shovel, so I couldn't get grass block covers, but you can see they're on the side too, so I can dig one up, and I'll show you that we can hide our machinery. Forge micro blocks, also very cool. So if you look over here, sometimes you will see that it says things are stuck in a pipe. So you know, the things float around in the item ducts until they have somewhere to go, and they're just floating around right now, but usually the generators will be able to accept them. I've got an energy cell down here. Here's a redstone signal. I'll turn it off, and you'll see after it expends the energy it has stored up in the quarry. So you can see it's got about 5,000 Minecraft joules left right now, so we'll let that expire. Out of the chest, the pneumatic servo item duct filling this with dirt, which makes compressed dirt going down into the barrel. Now this is a dumb item duct. It needs the redstone signal or it won't pull that stuff out. This one, same thing, but this setup is more complicated. Remember, if you pull out of a packager, the pipe has to be on the bottom. I tried this in the back, on the sides. It's supposed to be top is input, everything else is output, but at least that's what the wiki told me, but that is not the case. It has to be on bottom or it does not work. And be careful with your redstone torches. I had a block of dirt right here and that redstone torch on this side, but that one turned this one off. So, you know, redstones, you can make complex things, but sometimes it's very complicated to do. Okay, you can see the quarry is empty now. I've got this signal, I can turn it back on, and maybe we'll see that, you know, all the charcoal may actually be used now. I have no more wood in this chest, or in this hopper, or in this furnace, so I may have to get more wood, but we've got the wood farm running pretty well. It's just going to run, you know, without fertilizer for the time being. You can see that this pipe is saturated, and you see on the right side it says stuffed item oak wood. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off so it stops filling that up. I put a redstone furnace down here to cook up charcoal and fill it in here, and you don't need a redstone signal on dumb pipes exporting from thermal expansion machines, because these thermal expansion machines, they're the control. And you can see it changed color. This pipe is stuffed. Things are going back and forth. The charcoal, there's not enough, there's too much it's making right now. So I'm just going to take this charcoal for now, and we'll let it cook up the wood it's already got in there. You can see occasionally it's bouncing back and forth. You can't see it because these are opaque item ducts, but you could see it if we had clear item ducts or just regular item ducts. But I don't think they're worth the cost right now. Since I'm the one on the server, I guess that there's nothing really to worry about with lag, but I don't know. I don't want to encourage lag on, multiplayer servers. The opaque things, they're cheaper to make, and they reduce lag. So that's just a nicer thing. So I think that's about it for this episode. I'll check the time. If we have some more time, I'll look into something else, but I think that's probably time for this episode. So, quarry's running pretty well. We should have some more copper soon. I can do more industrial craft stuff. And we're going to make a medium voltage solar array. I've got two low voltage solar arrays. We need 8 of those to make a medium voltage solar array. And when we have that, we're going to have a lot more power. We'll have enough power to do pretty much everything we want to do in the mid-game for power with industrial craft. We'll make some more stuff. We'll make an extractor so we can get rubber out of the rubber wood we have. We'll make the machines. I forget what they're called. Whatever it is that you can make. We can stop using our forge hammer and our cutter. There's a machine to make that. I forget what it's called right now, but we'll look it up. And that's where we're at. Quarry's running pretty well. It would stuff more stuff. It would stuff things up into the pipe faster if this was a golden pipe, but I think it's running just fine as it is. And you can see we're not saturating this at all. We've got some Thaumcraft stuff that's dug up, forestry, some more copper and iron. I'm just going to take what it has in here. We're getting some coal. I could put coal back into the generators, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to save my coal for now. We may still need coal. I don't know. The charcoal is working well, although the generators would, produce power for longer if we had coal blocks rather than just coal or charcoal. So I might do that. We'll see. Look, we've got squid spawning in our new lake. That's funny. Okay, catch you next time. Actually, we're doing good on time. I wanted to mention one more thing about quarries, and it's about chunks. If you don't know what a chunk is, it's an area in Minecraft. A chunk is 16 blocks by 16 blocks. If you press F3 and you see up on the left, you see the X, Y, and Z coordinate. Y is, where you are, high or low. X and Z are, north, south, east, west. I don't know quite what they correspond to, but and next to them, you see C, C9 and C12 on the X and the Z. And you see 15. So it goes from 0 to 15. And you can see we're in chunk 9 on the X. We're in chunk 8 now. And 7, blah, blah, blah. And if you saw when we first made the quarry, it said it was going to keep 25 chunks loaded. That's how many chunks it needs to keep the quarry running when we're not over here. Minecraft, to save on memory, is going to unload your chunks when there's no player nearby. But quarries and a few other types of machines, specifically chunk loaders usually, are what we're going to use to load a chunk, to forcibly load a chunk. Oh, poor sheepy's going to drown. Sorry. So we will use them to force load a chunk, so this is going to keep running even when I'm not online. And if I was on survival single player, obviously I stop the game and the server stops running, so it wouldn't run then. But I am on it's not a multiplayer server, it's only one player server, but it is a server that keeps running after I disconnect. So this core will keep running until we're out of coal, until we're out of energy in this cell, okay, so it's about 1.5 million redstone flux, so that's fine. I'll put dirt there and hide that better. Okay, so anyway, that's what chunks are, and we can load, a 4 chunk radius. That's where the 64 blocks comes in. Chunk loading will become important later on when we're getting lava from the nether, when we're doing things that require machines. So if you've ever, run off to the nether and came back and had a farm and wondered why it wasn't growing, it's because they unloaded the chunks. They're not going to load the chunks when you're not there. That is very loud when it starts. Let's see here. I don't have much oak wood now, but there's tons of apples. It probably stuck most of the oak wood to be put into charcoal. Let's see here. Yeah. So we'll take the rest of the charcoal. It's saturated anyway. And it's doing well. And this leadstone cell is full, so it looks like without fertilizer, that one engine runs things pretty well. It actually has more power than we need, it looks like. So farm's running well, quarry's running well. Next time I think we'll do some more industrial craft stuff, try to get a medium voltage solar array. Alright, I'm really signing off this time.